Hi, this is Cindy Clark from PAC-B TV. I'm here today at the food drive for the backpack program through Rotary and the Volunteer Center, the Bonsall Volunteer Center. And I have today Lauren Russett and Mary Schmutz from the Rotary. She's co-chair of this event. And I'm going to turn it over to Mary so she can give you all the background on this program, where it started, who it benefits from this. We'll show you what we have here so far with this collection, where you can donate in the future if you can't make it in today. Okay, Mary, thank you for coming, and
Okay.
I appreciate
so
this.
And thank you so much, both of you, because how this all started was maybe 5+ years ago. A couple of people from Rotary joined with, I think it was St. Mark's Church, and they decided to do a backpack program to service kids who were with food insecurities during the weekend. And so that's how it got started. When I joined here was about 3 years ago, and all I wanted to do was organize everything, the food, and I ended up now I'm one of the co-chairs. But to say the least, it's been a very worthy project. I'm very happy to be involved in it. We just now added the last school, so we now cover every single school in the Baldwinsville School District. What we do is we work through the social workers or the school reps. They're the ones that identify the students in need. We never know their names. It's all confidential. Nobody has to sign anything. They let us know how many students they need food items for the weekend. And so every week I have Rotarian volunteers that are down at the basement of the library. That's our headquarters. And they fill the bags and get everything ready. We have people that deliver to the schools every week. And every year we keep going up more and more numbers. So I think this year we're up to at least 90 students that we're servicing. And I just can't tell you how many people express their gratitude for this program. Going back to when the pandemic first shut the schools down, we joined forces with Brian Wright, who's the director of the food service for the Baldwinsville School District, and he opened up their food service program to everyone in the community. So at that time, we were giving up to 650 bags per week. Fortunately, we're not at that numbers, but again, our area, we're between 20+% of our residents are in need of food supplements. So this is just, to me, a drop in the bucket. The more we learn and more we connect with the representatives, the more they know about their students, they end up with the numbers keep on growing. I have to give a huge shout out to these school reps, but in particular to Sheila from Baker. She took on a program that was initially called the Backpack Program from a student, and it morphed into a food pantry that we were able to piggyback onto for the weekends. So it's just an amazing contribution to what she has done. So I think that's really about it. The initial donations come from the Baldwinsville Kiwanis Turkey Trot, and with 3 churches that are heavily involved, we get a huge amount of donations at that time. What's happened now is we have so many students that our donations have depleted. So that's when we joined forces with Lauren and the Baldwinsville Volunteer Center. And we're doing this food donation drive today, but we're also doing a food donation drive for the Big Chill, which is January 29th. Mm-hmm. It'll also be on the registration, which is January 27th at WT Brews from 5:30 to 8. So collections or food can be donated then. They can be donated on site during the Big Chill. If ever during the year you wish to donate, you can contact Rotary. Again, my name is Mary Schmutz. They contact me. We pick up from everywhere, so that's no problem. I think in the spring, a group called the Beeville Connection. I don't know if you're aware of them. Okay, fantastic group. They're with Royal Productions. Last year they did a Christmas event and the Easter event, and it's just a great event for the kids to go to. So they also have tagged us as being the recipients for this year's Easter event. So
Oh,
that's
that's
coming
great.
up as well. So anyway, I thank you both so much.
Well, why don't you show us a little bit what you have here, because maybe people can say, oh, I
Yep.
can give you some of those. There's
Very good.
quite a selection, very well organized too, Mary. You've done a great job here.
I'm a little bit of a nut on that.
Well,
but
that's okay.
Don't
but
look at my desk at home.
Okay, all right, don't or mine.
Okay, so the main list can be found at the Baldwinsville Volunteer Center's website as well as the Rotary website. But essentially, it's fruit cups, applesauce, raisins. We have microwaves, usually going for the cup single packs. We have breakfast bars, both with peanuts, without peanuts. We have cheese crackers. We have sandwich crackers. We have pretzels, Jif to go, all of it. It's just, we try to make it as nutritious as possible. The only thing we can't do is we can't supply the fresh fruit. But when Baker has a chance, we'd like to donate to them because Sheila, when able, can put out like apples and oranges throughout the school and the kids just take off.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so
That's
I don't know
great.
if she's doing that quite yet, but she was doing that before.
How long is this going on today?
This will go on until 2 o'clock today.
2 o'clock, okay.
But then again, the registration night at the WT Brews, and then we'll be on site at Mercer Park from
I hope you're inside.
10. No, we're not.
Oh.
From 10:30 until it ends at 2 o'clock, and we'll probably hang around because we know some people will come in later. And then for the what do they call it? The pub.
The pub crawl.
Pub crawl, yeah.
The pub crawl, I kind of suspect that people will probably
Yeah.
be bringing in donations there.
Yeah,
So,
I believe we'll have probably a smaller box set up at each of the pub crawl locations with our poker dealers. So
yeah.
that's the plan for that. And then we'll kind of go around after and collect them. But also the volunteer center, if ever you want to drop stuff off here, we can get it to Mary over at the library and drop it off. So
Always.
Well, there are plenty of places for drop-offs.
Yes.
We're here till 2 o'clock today, and if you can't make it today, as Mary and Lauren both said, you can drop off by appointment with Lauren and at the library. And we do have, there are the events coming up. So I'm thinking,
I would say always not to just drop off at the library. Contact me.
okay, contact Mary through the Rotary, and then she can arrange to make sure somebody's there to accept your donation.
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. This is I give you a lot of credit, both of you. This is a wonderful cause for our community. It's a great thing, and thank you so much, both of you, for being so involved and developing such a love for
I will
it.
give such a heads up. This community is the most generous community I've ever
Yes.
lived in. And so the thanks, it's not only to the Volunteer Center, the Chamber, Rotary, Kiwanis, the churches. I mean, we just
all
get
of
it
you,
from all over.
all of you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the whole Baldwinsville community, everybody, all the organizations. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
thank you.